Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello, we are from War Padri Group. Today we're gonna presentation about War Padri. But first, let me introduce myself. Hello, my name is Albi Haidar Jamil.
My name is Haikal Zarimutaki.
My name is Kanigara Angelo.
My name's Nicole.
My name's Nurul Lestari.
My name is Silva Duyanti.
We will start with the focus conflict. The Padri War was one of the largest wars that took place in West Sumatra in the early 19th century. The main focus of the conflict was the dispute between Padri faction, which sought to implement a pure from Islam influenced by Wahhabi movement in Makkah, and the Adat faction, which defend Minangkabau tradition, particularly the matrilineal system and other customs considered contrary to Islamic law. This internal division was later explored by the Dutch to expand their control. At first, the Adat faction invited the Dutch to help fight the Padri, but eventually the Dutch subdued both sides and strengthened their colonial power in Minangkabau.
The background of the Padri War can be viewed from their main aspects. First, the religious aspect. The Padri, who had just returned from Mecca, brought with them the ideas of Islamic purification inspired by Wahhabism. They aimed or eradicated practice considered as heresy, such as gambling, cockfighting, drinking alcohol, and local Adat faction rejected the movement as they wanted the preserve Minangkabau culture, including the matrilineal inheritance system, which the Padri considered incompatible with Islamic law. This triggered internal conflict within the community. Third, the political and colonial aspect. The Dutch exploited this vision by siding with the Adat and gradually expanded their dominance over Minangkabau. While appearing as helpers, the Dutch were actually expanding their colonial control.
War strategy. The strategy used by the Padri differed greatly from those of the Dutch. The Padri, led by figures such as Tuanku Imam Bonjol, Tuanku Nan Receh, and Tuanku Pasaman, relied heavily on fortress defense and guerrilla attack. From the mount, they exploited the mountainous geography of West Sumatra to launch suddenly ambushes and maintain long resistance. Meanwhile, the Dutch used the fort system strategy, constructing small front in various areas and slowly expanding their territory until they encircled the Padri stronghold. Moreover, the Dutch applied empire define and rule tactic by exploiting the conflict between the Adat and the Padri to weaken their resistance. The war lasted for more than 16 years, as the Padri were difficult to defeat despite the Dutch having superior weapons.
Weapons used. There was a clear contrast in weaponry between the two sides. The Padri initially relied on traditional weapons such as swords, spears, spears, and bows. They also had some simple variants, usually obtained through contour are limited trained because of thrust limitation. Third depended largely on trained strategies and their strong spread of resistance. On the other hand, the Dutch came with more advanced military technology. They carried long rifles. The imbalance in weaponry gradually put the Padri at a disadvantage, even though the fog fiercely.
Map and war areas. The Padri were west entrenched in West Sumatra, particularly in the Minangkabau region, which was known as a hub of culture and trade. The most notable area was Bojol, which became the fortress and headquarters of Tuanku Imam Bojol. Beside Bojol, even extended to South Tapanuli. In North Sumatra, White Nusro. Geographically, the Minangkabau highlands provide advantage for the Padri, as the mountainous terrain was ideal for guerrilla warfare. However, the Dutch countered this by implementing the core system, gradually capturing one area after another.
End of the war, the Padri War finally ended in 1837 after Bonjol Fortress fell to the Dutch. Tuanku Imam Bonjol was captured and exiled, first to Padang, then to Cianjur, Ambon, Manado, and finally to Minahasa, where he passed away in 1864. Although physical resistance ended, the Padri spirit left a significant legacy for the Minangkabau people. After the war, Adat and Islam reconciled through the famous principle Adat Basandi Syarak, Syarak Basandi Kitabullah. Custom is based on Sharia and Sharia is based on the Quran. Meanwhile, the Dutch successfully expanded their authority in West Sumatra, making the Padri War one of the gateways for stronger colonial domination in Sumatra. Oh, enggak sih, kalau pakai ini kayaknya enggak. Anjing lupa deh.